Imagine walking into a room and a girl looks at you for just 1 second. She smiles. Or maybe she doesn't. She says hi. Or maybe she stays quiet. But deep inside, something is already happening in her brain. She's making a list. A secret list. And guess what? You're already on it. She doesn't even know she's doing it, but she's ranking you. Not out loud, not with a paper and pen. It's in her mind. It's in her heart. And she's asking herself things like, is he strong? Is he different? Do I feel something when I'm near him? Crazy, right? You didn't even say a word yet, but you're being judged. It's not bad. It's just how attraction works. It's quiet, it's fast, and it's deep. Now let's talk about you. Maybe you're a good guy. You care, you try hard. You show up. You text fast, you give her compliments. You want her to smile. And what happens? She pulls away. She stops texting. She gets cold. You feel confused, hurt, angry. You ask yourself, why? I was nice. I gave her everything. And there it is. That's the mistake. You gave her everything. Too soon. You made it too easy. There was no mystery, no spark, no puzzle to figure out. And when there's no puzzle, there's no excitement. It's like opening a gift and already knowing what's inside. Where's the fun in that? Here's the truth nobody tells you. Girls don't fall in love with too much. They fall in love with curiosity, with challenge, with the unknown. When you chase too hard, when you text all day, when you make her your whole world, she doesn't feel butterflies. She feels pressure. She feels like she's already won. And when she feels that, she stops trying. So, what do? You stop trying to be the perfect guy. You stop giving everything right away. And you start becoming a little bit mysterious. You have your own life, your own path, your own dreams. You don't make her your reason for living. She's not your mission. She's a bonus, a sweet, beautiful bonus. And when she sees that, she gets curious. Why isn't he chasing me? Why is he so calm? What's he thinking? Who is he really? That's when her mind starts spinning. That's when you rise on her list. That's when you move from just a guy to the guy she can't stop thinking about. So let me ask you something, brother. Do you want to stay in her inbox or live in her mind? Do you want to be the nice guy or the unforgettable man? Because this is just the beginning. And if you're ready to learn how to become the mystery she wants to chase, she's subconsciously ranking you. Here's how to manipulate it. Let me ask you something weird. What if silence was louder than words? What if doing nothing made her want you even more? Sounds crazy, right? But it's not. It's powerful. Let's talk about something most men don't get. Space. Not the stars. Not the moon. I'm talking about space between you and her. Most guys think, if I'm not always around, she'll forget me. If I don't text, she'll find someone else. If I'm quiet, she'll think I don't care. So they keep giving and talking and chasing. But here's the secret. Real attraction needs space to grow. Have you ever wanted something more just because you couldn't have it right away? Like when your favorite toy was taken away for a week. You missed it like crazy, didn't you? You thought about it more. You dreamed about it, and when you finally got it back, it felt special. That's how attraction works too. A little space makes her feel something, not sadness, not anger, but curiosity and desire. When you're always there, always replying, always showing up. She doesn't have time to miss you. She doesn't wonder what you're doing. She knows everything. And guess what? That makes her feel nothing. But when you're focused on your life, when you're not always available, when your energy is somewhere else, on your goals, your growth, your grind, she feels it. She starts to think, where is he today? Why didn't he text this morning? What's he doing without me? That's when her mind starts chasing you. Not because you're playing games, but because you're not making her your world. You're building your own. This isn't about being mean. It's not about ignoring her. It's about creating room. Room for attraction to breathe. Room for her to feel the fire. You see, when you live a life that's full of meaning, adventure, discipline, you naturally become less available, not because you're avoiding her, but because you have purpose. And a man with purpose is rare. So now I'll ask you something big. Are you brave enough to give her the gift of your absence? Not forever. Just sometimes. Just enough to make her feel the difference. Because when you stop chasing her attention, she starts chasing your presence. You in? What if the thing that makes her want you has nothing to do with how good you look, or what you say, or even how much time you spend with her? What if the real secret is the one thing most men are scared to use? Mystery. Let's talk about something that pulls her in without a single word. It's not flowers, it's not fancy dates, it's not even sweet texts. It's mystery. And mystery is magic. Here's what most guys don't get. The moment you tell her everything about you, the moment you always say where you are, what you're doing, what you're thinking, you kill the spark. You destroy the unknown. And the unknown is what creates emotion. Think about it like a movie. If you know the ending before it starts, are you excited to watch it? No way. You get bored. You stop caring. You leave before it's over. Now think about a story where you don't know what's going to happen next. That makes your heart beat faster. That keeps you on the edge of your seat. That makes you want more. Guess what? You can be that story to her. But here's the catch. To be a mystery, you have to stop oversharing. Don't give her every detail of your life. Don't be a book she finishes in one night. Be a book with hidden chapters. Be a movie that keeps her guessing. Be the question that never gets fully answered. When you keep some things to yourself, your thoughts, your plans, your emotions, you give her something way more powerful than attention. You give her something she can feel. Curiosity, excitement, tension. She starts wondering, what's he thinking about? Why didn't he tell me more? Where's he going next? That's not confusion. That's attraction. Because mystery creates movement. It keeps her imagination alive. And when her mind is spinning about you, you win. Now remember, this isn't about being fake. It's not about hiding things. It's about letting your life speak louder than your words. Let your actions show your value. Let your silence build suspense. Let your mystery turn her curiosity into craving. So ask yourself, are you a page that's already been read? Or are you a story she can't stop reading? Because the less she knows, the more she wants to find out. What if she isn't pulling away because of what you did, but because you were always there? What if your presence is too easy, too expected, too constant? What if disappearing a little makes her see you differently? Let's talk about something powerful, something silent, something most men avoid. It's called absence. Now wait, this isn't about ghosting her. This isn't about ignoring her. And it's definitely not about being mean or cold. It's about giving her space to feel your value. Here's the truth. When you're always there, texting fast, always available, never busy, you become like the wallpaper. She sees you, but she doesn't notice you. She hears you, but she doesn't listen. But when you take a step back, not to play games but to live your own life, she suddenly feels your absence. And that feeling, it whispers to her, where did he go? What's he doing? Why am I thinking about him more now? When you're not in her face, her mind starts chasing you. Crazy, right? It's in that quiet space, when you're not texting, calling, showing up, that her heart starts to miss you. That's not manipulation. That's nature. We don't crave what's always there. We crave what's just out of reach. Absence does something special. It makes her remember you. It makes her notice you. It makes her rank you higher. Because the man who's busy with purpose, who doesn't need her to feel okay, who doesn't explain every second of his life, is the man who's rare. And rare always feels more valuable. So here's your mission. Don't explain yourself. Don't announce your silence. Don't say, I'm going to be busy today. Just live. Go build something. Go chase your dream. Go train, work, rest, grow. And in that space, let her miss you. Let her wonder. Let her lean in. Because when she starts missing you in silence, that's when her feelings start to rise. That's when desire begins. Ever notice how the guy who talks the least gets listened to the most? What if silence wasn't weakness, but power? What if keeping your mystery is what pulls her in? Let's talk about the one thing you didn't know you needed: emotional control. Imagine this. You're on a date. She says something that upsets you a little. Maybe she teases you or ignores your message later. Now, most guys would explode or beg or send long emotional texts explaining how they feel, but not you, because you're learning something way more powerful. You're learning Stoic Calm. Here's the secret. The man who can feel things without showing everything. The man who doesn't break when she pushes. The man who smiles, nods, and stays solid. That man, he becomes a mystery she wants to understand. Because here's the truth. Women test. They test to see if you're strong inside. They test to see if you'll beg for love. They test to see if you need them to feel important. So what do? You stay calm. You breathe. You don't react fast. You feel, yes, but you don't panic. You don't chase. You don't explain every emotion. This is not about hiding your heart. It's about leading with strength. You're not a robot. You're just not a slave to your feelings. And you know what's crazy? This calmness, it attracts her. Why? Because in a world full of emotional messiness, the man who stays steady is the one she can trust. He becomes safe. He becomes strong. He becomes different. And different? That's rare. And rare always ranks higher. So here's your quiet power. Next time you feel angry, breathe. Next time she pulls away, stay still. Next time you're confused, focus on you, not her. Let her feel your calm silence instead of needy noise. Because silence, handled right, becomes strength. And strength? That's unforgettable. Have you ever walked away from a girl and she suddenly started chasing you? It's wild, right? Like, why now? Why does she care after you stopped caring? Let me tell you the truth no one talks about. Sometimes walking away is louder than words. Here's the magic. When you're always around, always texting, always calling, she knows exactly where you are. There's no mystery, no spark, no curiosity. But when you step back to live your life, something crazy happens in her brain. She starts to wonder. Where is he? What is he doing? Why isn't he messaging me today? And that wondering? That's emotional tension. It's the space where attraction grows. Let's make this clear. You're not playing games. You're not trying to hurt her. You're just choosing yourself first. You're choosing your hobbies, your goals, your workouts, your peace. And in doing that, you become a man she wants to understand again. Why? Because women are attracted to a life that feels full, not empty. If she feels like she's your only source of joy, she will pull away. But if she feels like she has to earn her way into your world, now you become valuable. It's like this. Imagine there's a gold coin. If everyone has it, it's not special. But if only one exists, people chase it. That's you. The man who is rare. The man who's doing something with his life. The man who gives just enough to keep her curious, but not everything. So ask yourself, are you giving her everything too soon? Are you texting all day? Are you dropping your plans to make her like you? Because if you are, you're giving away your mystery. And a man with no mystery becomes easy to forget. But not you. You are learning now. You're learning that absence adds weight. You're learning that being hard to reach makes you harder to replace. You are not afraid to step back, because stepping back isn't weakness. It's a signal of strength. And strength is what makes her look at you and think, wow, I want to earn him. What if I told you, the more you explain yourself, the lower you fall in her secret rankings? Sounds weird, right? But here's the truth. When you talk too much, you lose your power. Let me show you why silence is stronger than words. There's a hidden rule no one teaches boys. It's this. Mysterious men are more attractive than talkative men. That doesn't mean you have to be cold or rude. It means you don't have to tell her everything. You don't have to spill your whole heart just to prove you're real. When a man leaves room for imagination, something magical happens in a woman's mind. She starts to create stories. She starts to wonder what's behind your calm smile. She starts to chase answers without even realizing it. Now listen closely. If you're always explaining, if you're always trying to prove you're the good guy, If you're always saying, "I'm different, I promise," you're doing the opposite of what works. Why? Because you're trying to earn her with words, instead of letting her feel your worth in silence. When a woman sees that you don't rush to reply, that you don't always need to explain, that you don't react emotionally to her tests, she starts thinking, "Who is this guy? Why doesn't he care what I think?" And guess what? That question builds curiosity, and curiosity builds attraction. Let's be real. Women are emotional detectives. They don't want a puzzle that's already solved. They want a man who feels like a mystery. And here's the secret. Mystery equals power. Power equals value. Value. You move up her subconscious ranking. So from now on, stop talking too much. Stop over-explaining. Stop trying to fix her thoughts about you. Just live. Be calm. Be still. Be unbothered. And let her mind do the work for you. Silence can say, "I'm confident. I have other things to do. I'm not afraid of losing you." And that silence, it makes her lean in closer. Ever walk into a room and feel someone's energy before they even speak? Guess what? She feels yours too. And here's the kicker. Your energy is ranking you, even before your words do. Let's talk about the silent force that makes her decide if you're a leader or just another follower. See, every man carries a kind of energy cloud around him. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but she can feel it, like heat from a fire. And this energy tells her everything. Is he confident or insecure? Is he grounded or needy? Is he chasing or leading? Now here's the truth. If your energy feels rushed, nervous, or too focused on her, she feels it. If your energy feels calm, solid, and focused on you, she feels that too. So what does this mean? It means your energy is a silent language. Before you say a word, before you send a text, before you plan a date, she already feels if you're high rank or not. Crazy, right? It's not even about what you do. It's about how you carry yourself. Let me show you what high rank energy looks like. You're not in a rush. You don't need fast replies. You don't try to control the vibe. You let things flow because you already trust yourself. It's like saying, "I'm good either way, with or without you." That feeling, it's rare, and women crave it. Now here's where it gets powerful. When your energy is strong and still, it creates something she can't get anywhere else. Security, excitement, desire. She doesn't just like you, she feels pulled toward you. She wants to be near that grounded energy. She wants to understand it and earn it. So stop overdoing, stop overgiving, stop showing up with anxious energy that says, "Pick me, pick me." Instead, show up like you've already been picked by yourself. Be peaceful, be powerful, be present, and you'll rise in her subconscious rankings without saying a word. Why? What if I told you that disappearing at the right time can make her think about you for days? Not because you're playing games, not because you're trying to hurt her, but because your absence whispers something powerful. I am not always available because I have a life worth living. Let's dive deep into how scarcity makes you unforgettable and why women rank it high. Imagine this. You walk into a candy store and there are 100 red lollipops, all the same, easy to grab, easy to throw away. But in the corner, there's one golden lollipop, just one. It's rare, it's shiny, it's behind glass. What happens? Your mind says, that one must be special. You don't even know how it tastes, but you already want it more. This is how scarcity works. It's not about acting cold. It's not about ignoring her. It's about being selective with your time. You are not a vending machine always there when she presses a button. You're a rare moment, not an everyday event. Here's the truth. If she thinks she has you at all times, in all ways, without effort, she won't value it. Why? Because people don't chase what's always there. They chase what might not come again. That's why your absence is powerful. Not silence to punish, but silence that says, I'm doing things, building, growing, living. Want her to feel your value. Don't be everywhere. Be somewhere important. Let her wonder. Let her miss you. Let her feel the empty space when you're gone. Because that space, it makes her imagine. It makes her remember. It makes her want more. When you live with purpose, when your life is full, you naturally become scarce. And guess what? That scarcity becomes magnetic. It pulls her closer, even when you say nothing. On the final stage, we'll bring it all together and show you how Stoic Calm gives you the ultimate edge. Not just with women, but in every area of life. What if the real secret, the one thing that puts you above all other men in her mind, isn't about money, muscles, or magic words? What if it's something quiet, invisible, but undeniable? Let me show you the last piece of the puzzle. The thing that seals the attraction. Emotional calm. That's right. Not showing off, not chasing, not exploding or begging. Just calm. Let's get real. Most guys lose their power when emotions hit. They get jealous. They panic when she takes too long to reply. They argue when they feel ignored. They chase harder when they feel scared. And guess what? She feels all of it. She senses when a man loses control. And deep inside, her mind says, he's not safe. He's not strong. Now imagine this. Something happens. Maybe she tests you. Maybe she goes cold. Maybe she says something sharp. But you don't react like a wild animal. You breathe. You think. You stay cool like still water. She sees it, and her mind whispers, this man is different. You see, calm isn't weakness, it's strength. When you stay calm, even in heat, you're showing her, I trust myself. I don't need to chase. I'm grounded. That kind of energy, it's rare, it's heavy, it's powerful, and it ranks you way up in her mind. Because it means this, you are not ruled by emotions. You rule them. She may not say it out loud, but deep down, she respects it. She craves it. She feels safer and more attracted to you, even if she doesn't understand why. It's not a trick. It's not a game. It's what real men do. So let's wrap this up. You don't win by chasing. You don't win by proving anything. You win by living your truth, by being full of purpose, by being calm, rare, confident, and free. That's how she ranks you high. That's how she stays drawn to you long term. And that's how you find peace, not just power. Brother, your job now isn't to give her everything. It's to be everything. To yourself first. Let her feel the mystery. Let her feel the silence. Let her feel your calm. And watch her come closer than ever before. The final question is, are you ready to stop chasing and start attracting? Because she's already watching. And now, you know what to do.